Hi, my name's Antoinette Griffin. Today I'm going to talk about how sometimes our facial expressions can prevent us from connecting with others. Have people ever told you that when they first met you that they thought you were aloof or unfriendly? And you're perplexed, wondering, why are people making these premature and false assumptions about me? Or maybe you've been on the receiving end of this, where you've greeted someone with eye contact and they have this unwelcome or sour expression on their face. So obviously you think they're just not wanting to connect with you. In my work with introverts and people who are shy, they commonly tell me, it seems like those initial connections are more difficult for me than they seem to be for other people. And later they learn that sometimes this disconnect stems from a facial expression that they didn't intend. So there's many reasons why we have facial expressions out there that we don't intend to have. I'm going to talk to you about three reasons, three that you might be able to be aware of, and some subtle changes that you can make that will help you with better connections. Number one, maybe you're shy. And if you are shy, then it's very common to feel awkward or uncomfortable around people that you don't know well. And when you feel awkward or uncomfortable, it is very hard to have a pleasant facial expression. As a former shy individual, I know what it's like to walk into a room and feel very uncomfortable. I would avoid eye contact. I would tighten my jaw. And I would have a very uncomfortable and awkward expression on my face. It was the physical manifestation of the way I felt internally, even though I was dying to connect with others. It came across like I didn't want to. Number two, maybe you're an introvert. And it's common for introverts to not even be aware of their facial expressions because they're in their head. They're thinking all the time. And so what happens is on the outside, it's common for introverts to develop what's called a thinking face. And then there's a lot of other colorful terms for that too. A friend of mine named Mike manages the dining services at a university. And he later got to know a student who said, when I didn't know you, but I was just watching you, I nicknamed you the Angry Bread Man. And Mike said, what in the world are you talking about? And the student said, because every time I would go through the line in the dining hall, you were over there putting out bread and you looked like you were just angry all the time. Well, Mike had a job to do. He wasn't even thinking about the students going through the line. And so once he learned that this was the expression that was coming outwardly, he's more self-conscious of how am I portraying myself, even when I'm not interacting with somebody else, even when I'm thinking what's coming out on the outside. And so now he slows down, he's making eye contact with the students, he's having a more curious expression on his face. Number three, maybe you're from another part of the country or another part of the world where eye contact and pleasant facial expressions with strangers and people that you don't know well is just not the social norm. And in some places, it's inappropriate. Sometimes people who relocate to the southern part of the U.S. are puzzled at why strangers actually smile with each other. So it's a matter of getting used to what part of the country or the world that you're in and what is the social norm. It's widely supported in the scientific community that there are 6 basic emotions, each with their own facial expression: happiness, sadness, fear, anger, disgust, and surprise. Isn't it interesting that 4 of these 6 are negative? And so whether you're an introvert deep in thought, whether you're a shy person that's feeling uncomfortable or awkward, or whether you're a person that's just not used to making pleasant facial expressions with those people that you don't know well, you may be unknowingly displaying something that's more closer to these 4 negative emotions. Think of your facial expressions as a nonverbal greeting on your face. It's like a sign that you wear on your face that either says welcome or keep out. It doesn't mean that you have to have a smile plastered on your face all the time. Simply make eye contact with other people and part your lips, relax your jaw, have a curious expression on your face, and when someone meets your eye contact, break into a smile. It will make your initial connections so much easier. If you like this video, I hope you will subscribe to my channel.